One item for opening of eligibility documents for the procurement of consulting services for the PNOC Building 5 and 6 structural assessment. ABC is 9.5 million pesos and users GSD. Mode of procurement is public bidding consulting services. Then for our second agenda, we have two items for opening of bids. First is the repair of Jetty structures. ABC is 75 million pesos and users PIP. Mode of procurement is public bidding infrastructure. Then for the second item, we have the supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of human resource information and payroll system or HRIPS. ABC is 6.3 million pesos and users PSD. Mode of procurement is public bidding goods and services. Then for the third agenda, we have one item for award of contract for the conduct of film showing activities for the 2026 National Women's Month celebration. ABC is 70,000 pesos. Then end user is GAD. Mode of procurement is negotiated procurement agency to agency. Then for our last agenda po, we have some other matters. Stop share.
Walang camera. Hindi talaga doon lang siya. Dito daw matlas.
Laki natin yung ano, yung naka-live stream dapat.
Ito po.
Alam mo,
Yeah.
yan sa
Alam mo ko dito yung mga attendees sa online, yung makikita.
Dalawa lang. Papa, dito kasi sa
Kuna dito yung, andyan na pala si Jen. 10 years first namin.
Wala yung iba kayo PWG.
ito lang ito.
Si Soy Leo lang siya.
Ito yung Angel.
MJ lang siya kasi kakaano. So ito yung addendum. So tatlo. Eugene, walang kawa. Nandiyan si Kawa.
Wala.
Ma'am, wala pa online.
We can start.
Okay.
Inform na naman si COA.
Yes. Okay naman.
Okay.
Yes.
So we will start first with consulting services under Jet.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay.
So, okay po. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the opening of eligibility documents for the procurement of consulting services for PNOC Buildings 5 and 6 structural assessment with request of expression of interest number 2026-02-016. So before we start po, let me first acknowledge the presence of all the attendees. For our Bids and Awards Committee, we have the BAC Chairperson, Attorney Joseph and Cassandra Cui. For our Vice BAC Chairperson, we have Attorney Antonio Benviaje. For our members, we have Attorney Arop Suyom and Miss Jennifer Racho. Then for the end user representative, we have Mr. Jed Ragasa. Then for the TWG, we have Attorney MJ Leongson and Engineer Kenneth Enriquez po. Then from the Procurement Division, we have Engineer Aljum Latrop, Mr. Roderick Vergara, Eugene Hinyoso, and yours truly po, Chama Fiji Melo. Then from our IAO witness, we have Ma'am Gina Manalo, and for the accounting attest, we have Miss Sarah Hilot po. Then for our representative from our prospective consultants po, we have from representative from para ano to? We have representatives from Parametric, Mr. Alberto Caparos. Sir, good morning po. And Miss Maria April Gina po. So, good morning, ma'am. Then we also have representative from GIVMA Engineering Services, Mr. Alexander Velasco. Good morning, sir. Then for our last bidder po, we have representative from MJ Caniete Structural Engineering Consulting po, Miss Evian Bautista. Good morning, ma'am. In the presence of 4 out of 5 members of the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the right and proper to we have the right and proper quorum to conduct to this. We have. Yes. So in the presence of all members of the Bids and Awards Committee po, we have the. Yes, sir. We have the right and proper quorum po to conduct this activity po. So also acknowledging po, representative from the Commission on Audit, we have Miss Nanette Rose Garcia. Good morning po, Miss
Good
Nanette.
morning po.
So for the record, di ko alam sa ako. So before we start po with the opening proper po, we would like to state that we also invited the following observer. We have first invited the State Auditor 5, Mr. Jonathan Javier of the Commission on Audit. We also invited Mr. Rafael Ongpin from Makati Business Club. Then we also invited Mr. Ruben J. Pascual from the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or PCCI. Then lastly, we also invited Mr. Gerald B. San Victoris from Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountant po. So however, the Commission on Audit lang po yung merong representative on this opening po. So Again, for the record po, the BAC Secretariat received 3 eligibility documents. First is from Paramedic Engineering and Construction, received on March 5, 2026 at 9:07 a.m. po. So yung deadline po natin for the submission is 10 a.m. Then for the second eligibility documents po received, we have from Gibma Engineering Services, received on March 5, 2026 at 9:10 a.m. Then for our last submission po, we have from MJ Cañete Structural Engineering Consulting, received on March 5, 2026 at 9:45 a.m. Yung bill. Yung bill. Kunin mo na yung tatlo. So before we open for the submission of parametric engineering and construction po, we would like to confirm from the representative if this is the eligibility documents that was submitted and no sign of tampering or premature opening. Sir, ma'am? Noted, ma'am. Thank you po. Madam Chair, permission to open. Thank you, Madam Chair. So the submission of parametric engineering and construction consists of 3 envelopes. We have the original document, the copy number 1, and the copy number 2. Setting aside copy number 1 and copy number 2. For the first document, we have the shortlisting document submission forms or the Annex A. addressed to our BAC chairperson and signed by Engineer Maria April Gina, the authorized representative of Parametric Engineering and Construction. The next document, we have the Certificate of Field Reps Registration, Platinum Membership. The document is valid until September 15, 2026. Then for the Annex A, for the DTI certificate, expiration date is August 29, 2030. For the mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. For the tax clearance, expiration date is April 8, 2026. For the audited financial statement, date of filing is April 29, 2025. Then for the pickup license, not applicable. Actual copy of the eligibility documents will be subject to further evaluation. The next document, we have the statement of the consultant's nationality. So the firm proposed 5 staff, and the document is signed by Ms. Engineer Gina. The next document, we have the power of attorney. This will be subject to further evaluation. The next requirement, we have the curriculum vitae of the proposed staff. So first, we have for the principal structural engineer, details of which will be subject to further evaluation. The document is signed by Engineer Padre Juan and certified correct by Engineer Gina. Then attachment will be subject to further evaluation. The next CV we have for the senior structural engineer. So name of the staff is Nielson Parinia. So again, details of the CV will be subject to further evaluation as well as its attachment. So the CV is signed by the proposed staff, Engineer Parinas, and certified correct by Engineer Gina. Then next, we have the for the junior structural engineer. The proposed staff is Engineer Alberto Caparos. And the document is signed by Engineer Caparos and certified correct by Engineer Gina. So next, we have for the geotechnical engineer, proposed staff is Engineer Renante B. de la Cruz. And the CV is signed by Engineer de la Cruz. So, and certified correct by Engineer Gina. Then for the last proposed personnel book, we have for the quantities of surveyor or cost engineer, we have Leandro P. Perez Jr. Then the document is signed by Engineer Perez and certified correct by Engineer Gina. Again, the attachment and the details of the CV will be subject to further evaluation. Then for our next required documents, we have the statement of completed contracts or the Annex D. The document consists of 6 pages, and the details of which will again be subject to further evaluation. The document is signed by Engineer Gina and the document is dated. So for the kailangan di ba ng attached mo? Ano ba yun? Then attached documents po will be subject to further evaluation po. So we'll proceed with the next required documents. We have the proof of satisfactory completion of the completed contracts. So we have the certificate of acceptance po from the Department of Energy. So in favor po of parametric engineering and construction. So next we have from the WB Consquela and Associate. So then we also have from the Bureau Veritas. Then from GRPC Construction. So again, the details of which will be subject to further evaluation. So we also have from Macrologic. And from the DSWD. So for the last po is from Kalahi CIDDS, National Community Driven Development Project. So next we have the list of consultants equipment. The document is signed by Engineer Gina. So attached are the proof po of ownership or possession po. O ownership lang po pala kasi wala po silang lease or under purchase agreement. So the details of which po will be subject to further evaluation. Then next po is the statement of ongoing contracts and awarded but not yet started. So only one contract lang po yung ongoing nila. Then the document is signed by Engineer Gina. So attached documents will be subject to further evaluation. For the GVA requirement, so not applicable po. So Madam Chair, that concludes the eligibility documents of parametric engineering and construction. So based on the required document po sa checklist natin, so complete document submitted po for parametric engineering and construction. So we'll proceed with our next eligibility document submission from GIVMA Engineering Services. So again, I would like to confirm from the representative if this is the eligibility documents that was submitted and no sign of tampering or premature opening. Sir? Noted, sir. Thank you po. Madam Chair, permission to open. Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, the submission of GIBMA Engineering Services consists of three envelopes. We have the original documents, the copy number 1, and the copy number 2. Setting aside copy number 1 and copy number 2. For the first document, we have the shortlisting document submission form. So the document is addressed to the BAC chairperson and signed by Mr. Gilbert Magbutay, the general manager of GIBMA Engineering Services. So next document, we have the certificate of Bldgs registration, platinum membership. The document is valid until May 21, 2026. For the Annex A, for the DTI certificate, expiration date is March 29, 2029. For the mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. For the tax clearance, expiration date is January 22, 2027. Then for the audited financial statement, date of filing is April 26, 2025. Then for the PCAB license, not applicable. Again, the copy of the eligibility documents for the fellowship certificate will be subject to further evaluation. The next document, we have the statement of the consultant's nationality. So proposed staff po, 5. Then the document is signed by Mr. Magbutay. So also attached is an affidavit po. This will be subject to further evaluation. So next required documents, we have the curriculum vitae of the proposed staff. First, we have the principal structural engineer. So proposed staff is Mr. Gilbert Magbutay. Then the details of the CV will be subject to further evaluation as well as its attachment. The document is signed by Mr. Magbutay and certified correct by Mr. Magbutay. So next CV we have from the senior structural engineer. Proposed staff is Engineer Mark Elson Lucio. The document is signed by Engineer Lucio and the document is certified correct by Engineer Magbutay po. So, next personnel proposed po is for the junior structural engineer po, Jeffrey E.F. Villanueva. The document is signed by Engineer Villanueva and certified correct by Engineer Magbutay. Then for the fourth proposed staff po, we have for the senior geotechnical engineer. The proposed staff is Engineer Restituto R. Abad Jr. And the document is signed by Engineer Abad and certified correct by Engineer Magbutay. Then for our last proposed staff, we have for the quantity surveyor or the cost engineer, we have Engineer Julius Lansangan. Again, the details of the CV and its attachment will be subject to further evaluation. The document is signed by Engineer Lansangan and certified correct by Engineer Magbutay. So next requirement, we have the statement of completed government and private contracts within the last 10 years. So the document consists of 8 pages. And the document is signed by Engineer Magbutay. The next document, we have the Certificate of Satisfactory Completion or Proof of Satisfactory Completed Contract. So first document po is for the Certificate of Completion and Acceptance issued by the Department of Agriculture in favor po of GIVMA Engineering Services. So details of which will be subject to further evaluation. So meron din po tayo from the National Economic and Development Authority, Regional Office. Then we also have from Bataan General Hospital and Medical Center, from the Philippine General Hospital, from the Department of Education, Baguio Teachers Camp. Then we also have from Land Bank of the Philippines, from NFA, also from Land Bank of the Philippines, from the DPWH Central Office, from the Office of the President po, Engineering Office. From the RITN. From PESA. From Land Bank again. From Admatech. From PS, DBM. So from RA Nolido Construction Corporation. From Bicol Regional Training and Teaching Hospital. From the Commission on Human Rights. From the BIR. From the Office of the Solicitor General. And from the DICT. Yes. Okay na. From Land Bank again. From the Department of Finance. From AFP. From the Caldera Administrative Region. And all other certificate of completion will be subject to further evaluation. So we will proceed with the next required documents. For the list of company-owned equipment and tools. So, then the document is signed po ni Engineer Magbutay, the General Manager. And attached are the proof of ownership. So the attachment will be subject to further evaluation. So next, we have the statement of ongoing contracts and awarded but not yet started contracts. So the document consists of only one page, and the document is signed by Engineer Magbutay, and the document is stated. So attached documents will be subject to further evaluation. Then for the last required document for the joint venture agreement, not applicable. Madam Chair, that concludes the submission of GIVMA Engineering Services. So based on the checklist of the required documents, complete submission from GIVMA Engineering Services. So we will proceed with the next submission or the last submission from MJ Cañete Structural Engineering Consulting. So again, we would like to confirm from the representative if this is the bid submission, the eligibility documents that was submitted, and no sign of tampering or premature opening po. Sir? Ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Madam Chair, permission to open. Thank you, Madam Chair. So for the record, only one set of documents was included in this submission. So is for the first document, we have the shortlisting document submission form. And the document is signed by Mr. Melchor Jan Cañete. Address po siya to MJ Cañete's Structural Engineering Consultancy. So next required document is the PhilJEP certificate, platinum membership. The document is valid until January 19, 2027. For the Annex A, DTI certificate valid until March 1, 2027. For the mayor's permit, valid until March 2, 2027. For the tax clearance, expiration date is January 27, 2027. For the audited financial statement, date of filing is December 31, 2026. So,
Ano pa na ngayon? No, may attachment wala.
wala po. February, March 2026 po lang po for the pickup license not applicable po.
Yung ICR.
Yung ano, PhilJEPs po. So, we would like to confirm po from the representative po from MJ Cañete Structurals. Ayos po.
Yung mga bidder ang nag-bid.
Yes, ma'am.
Lumabas sa
Wala. Ay, wala.
Hindi nga, fiscal year. File na ng December 2023. February pa na 25. December 25. Yeah. February.
Focus na yun sa September.
Hindi pa
representative from MG Caniete Structural Engineering po. So may observation lang po yung Bids and Awards Committee regarding po your tax audited financial statement. It is stated po in the eligibility documents annex A of your PhilJeps. Yung date of filing nyo po is December 31, 2026, which is hindi pa po dumadating. So,
Hindi pa. March pa lang.
yes po. So we'll proceed na lang po muna. Bine-verify natin yung submission ninyo sa PhilJeps. So we'll proceed with the CV. So first we have
Anjong, the time that you will be able to receive, update the map.
Yes, ma'am.
so for our first personnel po, we have for the
Fiscal year, sir.
Come on.
So bali yung position proposed po is civil engineer, structural engineer, and junior geotechnical engineer po. So name of expert is Engineer Melchor Jan Arcaniete. So details of which will be subject to further evaluation. So the document is certified by Engineer Caniete po. Ayan po. So certified correct lang po siya. I mean, certified yung CV niya. Then wala pong certified correct. So signed lang po siya ni Mr. Engineer Caniete.
True and correct.
Ah,
nung may-ari ng city.
siya din po yan. Siya din po, sir. Okay po. So next we have for the civil structural engineer, we have Engineer Piolo Batin. Then, ayan po, sign po siya ni Engineer Batin. Then,
Ano, science certification.
Kasi pinagpatindo yun.
siya po, sorry. Tapos meron po dito kay Engineer, si Engineer
Civic.
yes.
Yung basing niya na ano.
Yung
Yung nandun siya.
Si Engineer ko answer. Caniete, Melchor. So meron po siyang dito. Next po, we have the civil structural engineer, Engineer Jepper Chris, Dr. Dakilan, DR Dakilan. Then sign po siya ni Engineer Dakilan. Then, ayan po, may sign din po sa gilid si Engineer Caniete. So siya. Then next we have the Geotechnical Engineer. So, Engineer Ian Patrick Reyes. So, signed din po siya.
Okay.
Then, may signed din po sa engineer. Then next is the ayan. Position po is project in charge. So, name po ng proposed staff is Gabriel Baronia.
Okay. 5 na ba yun?
Parang apat. Five.
Surveyor mo yan.
Walang surveyor. Walang surveyor. Surveyor. Yung cost engineer.
Wala sila.
Yung quantity
Wala.
surveyors na cost engineer.
Wala siya. Ano?
Pero siya na yun.
Baka may ano may
Ah.
dual role.
Yung staff.
Di masaya.
Oo, pero hindi siya kung ano, specific ba, di ba may senior.
Principal structural engineer, senior, junior geotech, quantity
Yes.
surveyor.
Yan po. For the structural engineer po as observed, wala pong naka-indicate kung senior or junior po. So structural engineer lang po yung mga CVs submission po.
So ano yung kulang?
Bali kulang po ng yung sa
Experience.
Yung mga may quantity surveyor.
Baronia.
Okay.
Pag-amin.
Kasi
So sa CV, we are good.
Okay po, ma'am.
Tama? Are we good now?
Ito po, sa CV. So, okay na po, ma'am.
Okay, we move on to the next criteria.
Okay po, Madam Chair. So for the next required documents po, we have the certificate of satisfactory completion or the certificate of completion po. So we have from ACOM. Then from First Park Homes. We also have from GF Fabian Construction. From AMG Consult. From Asia Parks Amusement Development Corporation. From Asia Construct. Then from RP Dev Enterprise. From the Geo Architect. From Tabcon and Metal Industries Corporation. We also have from Legal White Construction Corporation. From the DPWH, North Manila Engineering District. And flood improvement, estero, disunog,
Iba-iba ang
San Lazaro. Then,
yan, de
pareho lang.
tunog something.
Disunog Apo.
Naman San Lorenzo. Estero de San Lorenzo. Iba-iba.
Yes.
Further evaluation. Okay.
So further evaluation na lang for the certificate of completion. So next is we have the statement of completed contracts. So consists of experience in completed projects. So proportion 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
11.
10, 11. Pero wala po silang pirma. Ito lang po sa taas. Sa taas. Ito po.
Okay.
Next is for the list of ongoing projects. Ayan lang po.
Palagay, pa-focus lang siya.
Ito mo. So, nasa taas din po yung
Subject to evaluation of the end user.
okay po. Then, next document po, we have the company profile.
Which you do not require.
Yes, ma'am. We do not require any company profile po. This will be subject to further evaluation. The next is we have the contract memorandum, contract agreement, purchase order, notice of hope. This will be subject to further evaluation po. Then next, we have the list of machines and equipment. So ito po yung Certificate of Accreditation. Ito po yung geotechnical engineering equipment po nila.
Wala na list, puro picture.
Wala po, ma'am.
Wala rin certificate mo kami.
Wala din pong proof of ownership.
Stage.
Ito, Certificate of Accreditation po from DPWH.
Anyway, Madam Chair, considering the incomplete submissions, kasi wala yung district dito and the certificate of ano?
Proof of ownership po or sa lease.
As well as the wrong Annex A for the deed of registration.
Hindi pa rin na-check.
Because
Hindi na open, ma'am. Medyo
that even though if we check that, I think it is the responsibility of the bidder to check that what they are submitting is correct. And since they submitted an incorrect, a patently incorrect form or submission, I move for the disqualification of this bidder, Madam Chair.
Second.
I'll say for that.
Ano, Shomel?
Yes.
Please summarize the yung lacking documents of MJ Cañete.
MJ Cañete Structural Engineering Consultancy po. So as observed by the Bids and Awards Committee po. So yung Field Jobs Annex A po is
Nagpapagod pa sila nito sir. Yung statement of national. Hindi ako nakita.
So, yung observation po ng Bids and Awards Committee for the MG Cañete Structural Engineering Consultancy, first is under the Annex A of the PhilJEP's registration certificate. So, yung audited financial statement as observed, date of filing is December 31, 2026. Then, second observation is for the list of equipment and machineries. So no submission for the list of equipment and machineries as well as the proof of ownership po or proof of lease if ever the equipment is leased po. Then also po wala po kaming nakita regarding po dun sa required statement of consultant's nationality po wherein the proposed staff po is indicated, yung 5 staff po. So based po dun sa submission ni MJ Cañete Structural Engineering Consultants.
Wala rin yata yung GB statement.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so MJ Cañete is disqualified. So we will continue with the opening of the wala pa.
Okay.
Consulting pala.
Yes, ma'am. So, okay po. So, representative from MJ Cañete, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, your submission has been declared by the Bids and Awards Committee as ineligible for the failure of submitting the following documents as mentioned po. So, you have at least 3 calendar days to file for a request for reconsideration po. It must be in a formal letter addressed to our BAC chairperson, Attorney Josephine Cassandra. As a summary po for the opening of eligibility documents po, out of the 3 submissions, only 2 passed the eligibility documents opening po. So first is the parametric engineering and construction, and second po is for the GIVMA engineering services. Then this will be subject for the evaluation, technical and eligibility and shortlisting evaluation by the technical working group po of PNOC. So Again, to all our bidders po or prospective consultants po, thank you for your submissions. And wait na lang po for the notice from the Bids and Awards Committee regarding po the result of the evaluation of your eligibility documents po. So thank you for attending. So thank you po, ma'am, sir.
Next, Jetty. Jetty next up.
Welcome to the opening of bid for the repair of jetty structures with ITB number 2026-01-005. So before we start, let me first acknowledge the presence of all the attendees. For our Bids and Awards Committee, we have the BAC Chairperson, Attorney Josephine Cassandra Cui. For our BAC Vice Chairperson, we have Attorney Antonio Benvillaje. For our BAC members, we have Attorney Arolf Suyom and Ms. Jennifer Racho. Then for our provisional member from the end user, we have Engineer Domingo is in Longpo. Then for the IAO witness, we have Ma'am Gina Manalo, and for our accounting attest, we have Ms. Sarah Hilot. Then from the end user po, we have Engineer Fitz Magno, and from our from the bidders, we have representatives from Easy Structural Composites Incorporated. We have Ms. Gladys Alma Clemente, Ms. Julie Lumagbas, and Mr. Alan Di Castro. Good morning po. Then from the Commission on Audit representative, we have Ms. Nanette Rose Garcia. Then in the presence of all members of the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the right and proper quorum to conduct to this activity, Madam Chair. So for the record po, based on the record of the BAC Secretariat, we receive only one bid proposal. We have from AC Structural Composites Incorporated, received on March 5, 2026 at 9:21 a.m. So before we start with the opening of bids, we would like to confirm from the representative of EC Structural Composites Incorporated if this is the bid proposal that was submitted and no sign of tampering or premature opening. Sir? Thank you, sir. Madam Chair, permission to open po. Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, the submission of EC Structural Composites Incorporated consists of two envelopes. We have the technical component and the financial component. Setting aside financial component, also for the record, the technical component envelope consists of three sets of technical component. We have the original, the copy number 1, and the copy number 2. Setting aside copy number 1 and copy number 2.
May copy number 3 pa siya.
So may apat pala na sets. So meron pong copy number 3. So for the first document, we have the Certificate of Field Chef's Registration Platinum membership. The document is valid until March 25, 2026. Then for the Annex A, SSC certificate, registration date is September 20, 2000. Mayor's permit valid until January 26, 2027 for the tax clearance. Expiration date is January 20, 2027 for the audited financial statement. Date of filing is May 9, 2025. And for the PCAB license, expiration date is May 11, 2026. Then principal classification is general building category A. So also attached is the actual copy of the PCAB license. So yung validity period po niya is from July 1, 2023 to May 11, 2026. Then for the validity period of its registration is June 22, 2023 to July 10, 2026 po. Ito. So classification is general engineering, then principal classification is general building category A. So next requirement, we have the statement of all ongoing contracts, government and private, and awarded but not yet started po. So the document consists of only one page. And the document is signed by Mr. Alan Paul Di Castro. The document is dated. So attached documents will be subject to further evaluation. So next, we have the statement of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid. So contract submitted is rehabilitation of Felix Coro Pier Phase 2, 3, and 4. So amount of contract is 73,791,226 pesos and 98 centavos. Contracting party is with Felix Mining Corporation. And the document is signed by Mr. Di Castro and the document is dated. So for the attached documents, we have the contract of service. We have the certificate of completion issued by Felix Mining Corporation. So in favor of easy structural composite.
Accommodation, installation, concrete.
Rehabilitation. Felix.
Here, page 2, 3, and 4.
Here that will concrete and
Yung ano,
yung ano, yung scope of work magkaiba. Baka meron pa kayo.
Yan, that will be because for anong title yan?
Final takeover and inspection. Okay.
Next.
So next is the net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. NFCC is equivalent to 1,702,508,310 pesos po. So the document is signed by Mr. Di Castro. Next po is audited financial statement po. This will be subject to further evaluation. Then for the joint venture agreement, not applicable. Then for the bid securing declaration po, so specific to the project, the document is signed by Mr. Di Castro and the document is notarized. Then next, we have the contractor's organizational chart for the contract. The document is signed by Mr. Di Castro. Then we also have the contractor's certification on key personnel for the contract. So So 6 personal po proposed staff. So the document is signed by Mr. Di Castro. Then we also have the key personnel's affidavit of commitment to work on the contract. So details of which will be subject to further evaluation. And the document is signed by Mr. Gatbunton and noted by Mr. Di Castro and notarized. Then for the CV, for the project manager, name of staff is Carlo Magno Gatbunton. Details of the CV will be subject to further evaluation. And the CV is signed by Mr. Gatbunton and certified correct by Mr. Di Castro.
Ilan?
People.
Eight?
Project manager, site engineer.
So i-check mo na agad siya, Mel.
Ito.
Project manager.
Ito po, project manager, project engineer, cadet engineer, assistant site engineer.
Ayun na.
Ito po yung subcontractors key person for their contract po. Meron silang project engineer, site engineer, materials engineer, then construction safety and health officer, then 2 foreman po.
Meron tayong welder.
Kala ko ba yung sabi?
Opo. Ang kulang niya, welder, driver, skilled workers. Skilled person. Sa minimum.
Hindi naka-limited ang quantity.
Kita, hindi po naka-specify. Yes, ma'am. Yes po.
Position, for example, sa yung may driver.
Yes, sir. For the position, 8 ang kailangan, sir.
Nasa ng driver. Wala.
Use my pingo. Saan order?
Ito po yung organization.
Wala pa document kasunod yan. Baka may.
Kasi tingnan natin.
Meron po sila dito sa org chart, welders and drivers.
Yes.
Tapos yung dito sa submission po, ito po yung for the key personnel for the contract.
Kasi ito commitment eh. Di ba dapat i-commit nila yung personnel na availability ng personnel? Tama ba?
Ito yung commitment nila. So,
Okay nga.
Oo.
Dito sa commitment nila na availability ng personnel, kompleto pa.
ito lang, sir. Kasi project na po yung nandito sa second page.
Ano mo, alagahan mo.
Yung sa commitment po to,
Saan dyan ang tumama? Project manager. Hindi nga complete, ano?
yung sa ito po yung pinaka-propose nila na staff. Ayan po.
Safety, may materials.
Ilan foreman?
Isa na ka-cord eh. Ito naging dalawa. Okay lang, sobra. Ano natin yung kulang. So wala siyang welder, wala siyang diver.
Diver.
Wala.
Wala.
Yung skilled worker something.
Wala. One. Two. Three. Five. Wala.
4 months. 4 months siya sir, pero may well.
Five yun.
Opo.
4 month.
4 months din ulit.
Six. Wala ko ano to. List na naman.
Diver
Equipment na to.
Dulo daw.
Sa dulo.
Sa dulo daw. Sabi ni
Ito.
Ayan.
Ito may diver sila dito sa CV. Then diver dalawa. Ito welder.
Ayos.
So yung bang mga civil yung title certified?
Yes sir. Signed and certified.
Hindi nakasama sa limit. Tama rin. So is that it's
Sandali, yung sa undertaking nila, template natin yun, no?
Hindi ma'am.
Sufficient na yung resume lang.
Yung naka-attach natin po sa bid docs is yung CV po na for
Yung CV format.
Good, next.
So next po, we have the list of equipment po.
okay.
Ayan.
Owned and
Then,
leased both.
yes. Sign po siya ni Mr. Di Castro. So attached documents po is yung proof ng lease o di kaya ownership. So this will be subject to further evaluation. So next is the omnibus warrant statement po. So the document consists of 12 declarations. Signed po siya ni Mr. Di Castro and notarized po siya. Then specific po siya sa project. Then secretary certificate po authorizing Mr. Di Castro po.
Kaso, ano?
So the document is signed by the corporate secretary and notarized. Then next is the certificate of inspection. Signed po siya ni Engineer Domingo is in long po. So next po is yung CV po ng diver. Okay na po siya. So may kulang.
Yung JP statement.
Ayan.
Okay na.
inspection.
Ay, hindi, meron na pala.
Kanina.
Sign.
May site inspection.
So,
So okay na po. So that concludes the submission for the technical component of EC Structural Composite Incorporated po. So based on the checklist of the required documents po, complete submission for EC Structural Composite. So we'll proceed with the opening of the financial documents. So apat na kopya din po, apat na sets. For the first document po, we have the bid form specific to the project. The bid price offered in words is 74,800,000 pesos. 74,800,000.00. And for the discount offered po, not applicable. The document is signed by Mr. De Castro. The next is the bill of quantities. The document is signed by Mr. De Castro. So next document, we have the detailed unit price analysis or the DUPA. The document is signed by Mr. De Castro. Then the last document, we have we also have the detailed estimates po. So this will be subject to further evaluation. Then for the last document, we have the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. The document is signed by Mr. De Castro. So for the S-corp diagram, this will be subject to further evaluation po, as well as the equipment utilization and the manpower utilization. So flash in the screen po is the bid price offered by EC Structural Composite Incorporated.
Okay, documents of EC structural
Composite Incorporated.
forwarded to the
Move
PWD.
to forward to the BFWG for detailed evaluation.
So thank you po. So this is to inform the representative of EC Structural that your bid submission will now be subject to a detailed lang po for the notice from the Bids and Awards Committee regarding the result of the evaluation. So thank you for attending. Sid, Engineer Dams, yes, ma'am. So thank you for attending po.